Good morning, grade 12s. Okay, I'm gonna quickly do phase 3. We did phase 1 and 2. I'm also gonna redo everything that I did. I just quickly want to show you here. Okay, what I need from you now is to take the report in phase 1, copy it, paste it inside phase 3. Right, then the easiest way to do this, grade 12, is using the rubric. Okay, that I ensure that I do get these marks. The first thing is the cover page that we added in phase 1. You will see there's the cover page with the appropriate content controls that I have. So appropriate controls we have our name, surname, name of the school and the topic, and we also have an abstract. That's the first 4 marks on phase 3. The next one is number 2, appropriate readable font, not more than 2 fonts used, appropriate word spacing and basic punctuation used, and no spelling and grammar mistakes. Right, so as you type, make sure that you only use 1 font, not more than 2. You can use at least 2 fonts. Also must be between 10 and 12. Normally the default is 11, so I think that a lot of you will be fine. Let's quickly see the task definition. I have Arial 11, so we are fine. The next one, no words and basic appropriate word spacing and basic punctuation used. Grade 12s, I want you to use the show and hide button just to see if there's 1 space after each word. Also ensure that there's no spelling errors, grade 12s. That is easy mark. No spelling errors and grammar mistakes. You know that this is a spelling error if it's red. If it is blue underlined, you know that it is a grammar error. Okay, so for these marks it's still relatively easy. If you just follow these guidelines, you don't have much fonts there, you don't have weird font sizes there. There's spacing and punctuation used. Remember, punctuation, use a full stop after a sentence, use a question mark where there's a question, start with a capital letter. The next thing that I quickly want to do or talk about is the headings that stand out clearly from the body. Styles used to give headings due prominence, and then different levels of headings are clearly distinguished, and then heading styles used to ensure that headings are formatted in a consistent way. Grade 12s, that we did when we did this pat heading 1, 2 and 3. So I'm not going to go into detail there. You will get those marks. That is easy marks that you can get. Okay. The next one, number 4, appropriate line and paragraph spacing. There's no empty paragraphs. I'm just quickly want to again go to show and hide. If you see this button, grade 12s, that I currently are seeing there, of this show and hide icon or the paragraph marker, just put your cursor there and backspace so that there's no empty paragraphs, please. Then also consistent formatting throughout. And then, so please, with this consistent formatting throughout, do not have different font sizes, different font types. Okay, it must look from the start to the end, it should look basically the same. The body text is easily distinguished from the headings. That's an easy mark because you have used headers, and then all body text is left aligned. Grade 12s, again, I'm not that strict on marking these aspects. If you follow the basic rules, then you will be fine. Now, what I want to do is number 5, automatic page numbering used, and then also headers and footers set appropriate, and then page breaks and section breaks that are used. Let's quickly see there what I'm talking about. So you know that we use section breaks to get these headings here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put in page numbers, and I'm going to have a heading there. Okay. For the first page, remember, if you insert the cover page, it is always different first page. So I'm going to start on the table of content page. With this page, I'm going to just I'm going to do it at the top. A page number, it doesn't matter how you will prefer it. I'm going to put it in the middle. Okay? This is the first section. So this section is the report. So I have there in my header, I have the page number. In my footer, I have the report. Now, this also sometimes happens that if you link to previous section, nothing appears here. Okay, you see the same as previous. So I'm just going to do this again. I'm going to go to page numbering, top of the page. I'm going to insert this one in the center, and then I'm going to type also here at the bottom, report. Remember, it must be ticked, linked to previous section. Now with the page numbering, I click on the page number, go to format page number, continue from previous section. So there's page 1. Just want to remove this report, see if it also removes here. Okay, so there's no report there. So I have there page 1, then I have report. Page 2, then I have a report. Just want to detick link to previous section. I think that's because it pops up here on this page. Just quickly see report, here report, and it's deticked. Okay, so now it should be fine. So I have there page 1, report, page 2, report, and then introduction. Again, same thing. Format page number, continue from previous section, and then report. This I'm also going to put in there. Format page number, continue from previous section, report. This one I'm going to do exactly the same. Format page number, continue from previous section, and okay. The same thing over and over again. So then discussion and analysis, then my findings, and then the conclusion. You'll see the report will always be at the bottom there, so it's still conclusion, bibliography, and then for the appendix I want it to start to change again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click in the header, detick link to previous section, click in the footer, detick link to previous section, remove the page numbering here, remove the word report. At the top I'm going to type in here Appendix, and then at the bottom I'm going to insert page numbers. I'm going to make it this one, and I'm going to just make it start at 1 because it's a new section now. Eh? So I have the appendix, appendix, their page. I'm just going to tick there again, continue from previous section, so that's 2, appendix. I'm just going to click here again. I'm going to say the format, and I'm going to say continue from previous section 3, and then you see what happened here is also this one takes on the first one. So I'm going to detick link to previous section, click in the footer as well, detick link to previous section, remove this, and I'm going to insert page numbers, the top of the bottom of the page. I'm going to use, just want to get the same one. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to type in here appendix. Okay, so basically what I have there is at the top nothing. I have the page 1 report, page 2, and so forth till up until bibliography, and then the appendix start, and then I have the page 1, page 2, 3, and 4. So this is basically grade 12. You can have more sections. You can have the specific section with the discussion, specific section for the folder structure. It doesn't matter, it's up to you. The basic one, how you can get the easy mark, if you split it just in 2, with the report section and then the appendix at the bottom, or appendices at the bottom. Okay, so that is to get or to obtain these 4 marks fully. You simply had to do what I just did now. Okay, remember now. Okay, let's quickly see there. Updated automatic table of content correctly inserted, other tables and appendices correctly inserted in any way, and then this easy marks. How do we do this? We're going to go to the table of content. Remember, it goes hand in hand with styles, table of content. So I go to reference, click on table of content, custom table of content, and then I will simply say options, and I'm going to remove the 1, 2, and 3 here, and I will simply put in 1, 2, and 3 next to the pat headings, and I'll click on OK. Okay, so that is your table of content. Let's quickly see here. Updated automatic table of content correctly inserted. Other tables and appendices correctly inserted in any way. Get the marks, and then hyperlinks and bookmarks used other than the table of content used appropriately and correctly to navigate to other documents, the spreadsheet or the database or any other source. Hyperlinks to external text, so data is easy to read and understand. Grade 12, this way I normally use it is basically in the discussion and analysis. So basically if I'm here, I have those three subheadings normally that I had at the beginning, or the categories. So here I'm just going to do one for an example. I have background there as a subheading. So now what I want you to do is you're going to type in here a paragraph on what basically a feeding scheme is. I'm just going to hold in X a few times. So here you're going to have the discussion on what feeding schemes basically are and how it evolved or where it comes from and why do we have them. Okay, this is just for explaining. You don't put the X there, grade 12, you type in the content. Now, if I have used a chart or a graph or anything from Excel, okay, then I want to refer to statistics. I will type in here simply data source. And then in this case, I'm going to just make it Excel. It can be a data source to a picture, grade 12. It can be a data source. It can be a data source to anything that you like. For this, I'm just going to put data source to Excel. So now I'm going to go to insert links. And then I'm going to go to phase 2. And then you'll see there's the hyperlink. So now what you will get is you'll get a mark for the hyperlink that you inserted, or the bookmark, or and the naming of the hyperlink. Okay, so this is basically for you to, in order to get all of these marks. The other tables and appendices correctly inserted in any way, that's at the bottom, né? That's at the bottom. Right, so that you can do. If you got the sources from this, you can hyperlink it to this. If you got the sources from that current document, you can hyperlink it to that. If you got it from that pictures, you can hyperlink that to the pictures. Okay, just ensure that all your hyperlinks actually works, né? Maak dit seker dat al die hyperlinks 100% werk. Okay, it's still linked now. Oh, that's a problem. Just quickly want to see here. Oh, sorry. Just wanted to move that. Now it's gone. Let's quickly see. I just want to have an empty space again. Insert links, and then I'm going to go to phase 3. Remember, it can be a link to a picture as well. So that graph that you did in Excel, you can hyperlink that to a picture as well, so you can have your picture of household budgets or something like that. Okay, and then select it, link, then I'm going to go to information. You can even hyperlink the one video to it. Okay, that maak nie saak nie, it doesn't matter, grade 12s. Okay, so it's up to you. The hyperlinks just should be there. I will at least have 3 there. Okay, 3 underneath each of these subheadings. That's to get these marks. Grade 12s, you can also have hyperlinks in there to navigate through the document easily. If you want to cross-reference a section, if you want to use the statistics for here with the statistics of another discussion at the top, it's up to you. Okay, then now plagiarism and citation issues presented in learner's own words with all cited sources cited and all graphics from other sources acknowledged, signed, declared of authenticity is included. Okay, so here all sources used are clearly and appropriate acknowledged, cited and added for all sources. Graphics from other sources are clearly and appropriate acknowledged. Citations present or added correctly, and a minimum of 3 citations are added. Now, Right, grade 12. Now we're going to just quickly do a bit of the discussion quickly on background. So, we have the current information worksheet data. So now I'm going to read there. Poverty and nutrition affects a large percentage of the population. As a result, many learners arrived at school hungry. Right. So now I'm going to have here at the background, I'm just going to say, in today, let's say, in South Africa, a lot of learners come to school hungry and do not get the right. I just quickly want to see. Remember, it should not be exact, it should be in your own words. Poverty and undernutrition affects a large percentage. As a result, many learners arrive at school hungry. So, I'm just going to have the nutrition. Sorry. The right nutrition. In South Africa, a lot of learners come to school hungry and do not get the right nutrition. And now I'm going to say where I got this from. In our case, we got it here from the News 24 website. Okay. So now I'm going to go to my sources. This is not the right source. I don't have the other source here now. So I'm going to go to reference. Let's quickly see there. I'm just going to add the News 24 source. This is just to explain to you for explaining purposes. So I'm going to add there the News 24 source and I'm going to cite it. Are you with me, grade 12s? So that I'm going to do for at least 3. You must use at least the 3 sources that you have cited, okay, or that you have said that you will use. So then you get, for 3, you get 1 mark. Then all sources, if you did it appropriate and correctly, then it's another mark. And then citations presented or added correctly, that's another mark. Then I quickly want to get this mark for you. This mark will simply mean that I will use, sorry, just want to get this. This one I will simply use there. I will do this. This is only to explain to you. I'm going to do this and then I'm going to just you see that at the bottom, there is the source where it comes from, okay? So I will just I'll just put in here in the caption, I'll put the figure 1. I'll have the heading there and I can type in there sorry, I'm just going to type in the expenditure on the nutritional school nutrition program by province. This is only explanation and then I'm going to put in the retrieve from and then I'm going to put in the HTTP and then / statsr.gov.za. Okay, spelling mistake. Okay, so that is basically what I want us to do. So we're going to have at each figure or picture that you use, you're going to have the retrieve from. And in the case you want to use the videos, all these videos we got from YouTube. Okay, it's all from YouTube.
Was then called.
Okay. So that is for you in order to get all these marks. Okay. Then automatic reference list inserted correctly, appropriate captions correctly inserted, automatic table of figures inserted, and then supported documents added as appendices clearly distinguished from the main document, different sections to restart page numbering, descriptive headers and footers. That is what we did at the top with that section breaks. Okay, so this one you already did. So now we are basically left with this one, the captions that we inserted and the reference list that we should insert. So let's quickly see. So here I've already inserted the caption. Okay. The caption can be figure, it can be picture, it can be table, it can be graph, it can be anything that you like. So now I'm going to just quickly insert one. You'll see only one table of figure here. So here I'm going to use the figure option. You can have others that you want to, and there you go. And then the bibliography, I will simply scroll down. You'll see I only have one bibliography. You should have at least 3. So I'll click on bibliography, make sure it's APA, and then I'll click on bibliography, then you insert the bibliography there. Okay? Grade 12s. I'm gonna just quickly stop here so that we have, this is basically the formatting of our report. The last thing with the reference list of the bibliography we inserted, the captions that we insert. Remember, I only did one, you'll have more than one. Then the table of figures you insert, and then also the supporting documents, like that one with the header and footers that we did. You already get that mark if you did it. Okay, supporting documentation added as a part of the document, clearly distinguishable from the main document. Different sections to start, different pages with different headings. And then the next video that I'm going to make is we're going to do the report, the introduction, the discussion and analysis, and then also the report's conclusion, and then publié. We are done with the PAT. Well done, grade 12s. Then we will carry on. So let us quickly use this period to do this part. Thank you.